Arthie Moore, your compassionate leader of influence on our incredible radio station, ibgr.network. Join us. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is you as a returning person, welcome back. Absolutely love having all of you on our radio station. Now, one of the beautiful things about our radio station, while I can just get a quick few seconds in, is that we now have got a mentoring platform, a mentoring community. So when you go onto ibgr.network, go to the community page and you're able to join one of our mentoring networks, and you immediately get access to all of the other networks and incredible knowledge and wisdom and tools and resources that can be downloaded there for free. While you've got access to that, go and download our podcast, because every show host is recorded and immediately we all have our shows put into podcasts, and you can download those right now on www.ibgr.network. And if you really, really, really loved connecting with us and want to engage with any of our show hosts, we've got between 40 or 50, I think, show hosts from around the world, on air talent, 24/7, and we're being listened to live in over 149 countries and growing. Now, this is so cool. This is so fun, because we've got, as a radio station, we are creating a platform where any business owner, whether you're working in your business, on your business, or exiting your business, there is something for everybody. There's juicy tidbits, there's exciting, fun information, there's sad stories, happy stories, success stories, stories of failure, but more than that, how people overcame and grew in their business. And I love that, because even as I listen into all of the different on-air talent, I'm learning personally for my own business. Now, we are in so many different countries, 24/7, every zone. So you can never be short of information. And if you're a reader and you love resources, then download our ebook right now while it is complimentary. Get your copy right now from www.ibgr.network. Now, I'm giving you insight and access to every single thing that you could have in terms of building your business. Now, if you don't take up those opportunities, you're losing out on so many ways to build your business. I mean, people pay tens of thousands of dollars to attend all of these fancy conferences and these seminars, and everything's hyped up and exciting. But at the end of the day, you walk away and you've got all of these amazing notes. When do you implement it for yourself? And so when I look at what our IBGR network radio station has done for you, is they're giving you everything and access to everything and everybody, the show notes, the podcasts, and they even have an app. I mean, how much more do you need access to all of us? And even on the app, you get to have conversations with us directly. Now, one of the imperative parts that I did not tell you about is I want to entice you and encourage you to ask us questions. And if there's a burning topic or something you would love to get to know more about, there are different show hosts here who can actually delve into those topics a lot more from their experience. Now, I think that is powerful. To get experienced people to share their knowledge and wisdom is one of the most incredible things, and it's for free. So there's no excuses of why you cannot succeed in this day and age. If we're talking about automation and technology being the key to innovation, here it is. It's in an app form, it's in podcast form, it's in an ebook form, it's live on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You cannot escape us, people. That's what I'm saying. It's that exciting. You can't escape us. We're everywhere, and you have access to us in so many different platforms. So I want to welcome you and make sure that you join us on these platforms and make use of it, right? And so I think that one of the things that I want to complete talking about right now in terms of my topic of fair compensation is an imperative. Gunther made an interesting observation earlier on, as well as Donna and Jan, and that is that our leadership need to take responsibility as well. Because I feel that when we set the standards of what fair compensation is, I would work harder. I would make sure that the quality of my output demands quality input from everybody else. I would show up and I would step up as a leader, as a person who wants to entice other people to follow my lead and to show them that they're worth every single cent that they receive. And then more than that, compensate them in different ways. Now, there are so many different ways of compensating people. And I thought, maybe I should just delve into that very quickly. They talk about four major types of direct compensation, and that is hourly, salary, commission, and bonuses. A lot of people want to know how do we compensate people for those different areas. And I thought that's interesting because there's other different ways of delving into compensation, and that includes base pay, commissions, overtime pay, bonuses. I'm just reading it off for you because I wrote it all down for you. Bonuses, profit sharing, merit pay, stock options, travel, meals, housing allowances, um, and then other benefits like dental, insurance, medical, vacation leaves, retirement, taxes. I mean, there are so many different ways to actually help people and compensate them for the work and the quality that they put in. Now, I loved about what Gunther mentioned earlier was that at some point we realized that if we put the wrong people in the wrong position and they don't have the skills or the ability to perform and be productive, they could become very disgruntled human beings. So they would expect that for the position they're in, that they deserve to be paid for that position. And if we're saying that compensation, fair compensation, is directly related to your productivity, we're going to start to have issues where people are going to start to question this. And when you have people questioning why you don't see their worth, as an inclusive leader, you've got an opportunity to step up and ask yourself, why have you put people into positions where you haven't given them the skilled opportunity to actually grow or to succeed? I and so when we look at all of these various areas that demands attention in a massive way, we realize that what you need to do is you need an implementation of skills development, soft skills. You need solution focused strategy plans. You need African principles of leadership and more. You need to challenge mindsets. You need to create a fair exchange where compensation meets upgraded, upskilled, self motivated individuals who earned the right to receive the compensation they deserve. Now, I love that because, and as I was writing this into my show notes, I thought, that is important. That is an important area to delve into. How do you challenge mindsets where you encourage people to do the quality of job you expect in the current salary? And then how do you entice them to be able to do more, be more, and improve their quality? And a lot of business owners will question this and say, but you should have been giving me quality to start with. And I agree, that is an imperative. I will not allow anybody to give me anything less than their best. But I also am understanding enough to realize that if somebody's not giving me their best, I need to step up and ask why. I need to question, what am I not giving them support in? Where do they need more skills or development or infrastructure or technology or resources? So I need to be accountable as a business owner first. So if I have people saying, well, I just feel that I've been doing the best that I could and I'm failing, and we don't actually ask why, we realize that, I mean, if things are failing around us, it's not they are failing, we have failed them. And that's an important one to actually realize and understand, because at some point we are never ever going to grow as people or as a business if we don't realize where we have failed our people. So creating systems that truly gauge performance based on output, innovative thinking, and results is going to be something that we need to make sure is part of our strategic planning sessions. It's got to be part of understanding that gender neutral um, payment structures need to be talked about. And we talk into gender neutral payment systems that delves into the skills and the ability of the person, the knowledge and the wisdom and the expertise that a person brings to the table. So when I'm saying gender neutral, I'm saying it does not matter whether it's a man or a woman. I'm saying fairly compensating people, and I know that this will be a hot topic for a lot of people. Compensate a person for what they bring to the table. Because if you don't, you will have disgruntled people. And I think it really is unfair when we discriminate and say that because somebody's been in an organization for so long, they deserve it, as opposed to somebody who's brand new, enthusiastic, excited out of their minds, gives you their best. They go out of their way, and then you don't compensate them because in some olden days thinking that people actually believe that the longer you've been in an organization, the more your worth is, regardless of the fact that maybe your younger people or somebody who's just newly come into the organization has got more quality output, they're more innovative and more thinking, and maybe you are just scared. Maybe you are fearful that they will bring to you progress that you're afraid to actually acknowledge or receive. Now, I know those are strong words to finish off that section in, but I'm going to take it with that. I think I shall leave you with those words to think about. And we're going to take a quick 2 to 3 minute break. And when we come back, we're going to talk into some of the other areas that's an imperative as well. So if you're listening to us, catch us on ibgr.network. Share, like and share this. Help people to download the app and connect in any way that you can with us. Ask us questions. We're looking forward to connecting with you and hearing from you. And